This morning on The Focus, I'm joined on the telephone by a man who is a legend, and if you don't believe it, just ask him. Mr. Bert Carruth, how you doing, sir?
Good morning. How are you?
Man, doing fantastic. How are things in your neck of the woods?
Man, everything's great. I'm actually traveling the great state of Mississippi. Going to be up in North Mississippi around the Leland area this morning, so I apologize I can't be in studio with you, but man, what an honor to be on the show this morning to talk a little scenic rivers regions, huh?
There's a lot of stuff going on around here.
I tell you, Dave, and I can't thank K106 and everybody around that's really helping us get this scenic rivers regions development alliance off the ground. But everywhere I travel, it's really starting to be not Southwest Mississippi. It's really starting to be the scenic rivers regions, and I just think that's so cool because you go from now not being this dot on the map like Southwest Mississippi that you're actually a destination. It is the scenic rivers region, and I just think that's cool. And the future is going to be awesome. It really is.
Well, in a very real way, it's all about branding, and we had talked about it before, and I was talking to Joseph Parker about this a few months ago. For the longest time, we had tried to come up with some name for our region, some way to brand us as a destination, like you said.
Right.
But it's really hard considering the way things are laid out. We couldn't come up with anything that would really catch. And then when the Scenic Rivers region came about, that was perfect.
Well, I shared this the other day, and let me give you a scenario real quick. I just told you I was going to Leland, but what if I said, if I said to your audience right now, hey, I'm going to the Delta, immediately, in their subconscious mind, they see the Delta, they feel the Delta, there's a brand there because they've been doing that. But if I just said I was just going to Northwest Mississippi, well, that's nothing more than a dot on the map. If I said I was going to the Gulf Coast, well, they see beaches, they see hotels, they see golfing. They've done a great job of marketing that. But if I said I was going down to southeast Mississippi, it's just a dot. Well, now we are not Southwest Mississippi. We're scenic rivers regions, and it's just cool. It becomes a destination, and we all need to be proud of that.
That's what I was about to say, is the difference between the place you're headed and a destination.
That's correct.
And you think they're the same thing, but they're not, because it really does brand us as a destination. And it doesn't hurt, like I said a moment ago, we've got so many things going on around here, and we always have, but now we can put it all under that one umbrella and show people that basically, hey, there's always something going on around here.
And it is so cool, and it's crazy cool. All the things and all the events that are always going on in our region. I mean, just, you and I talked during the break. I mean, how cool and awesome was the Smoking on the Tracks? I mean, it is just an unbelievable event, huge success, and to be able to market that and watch it grow, it's an amazing deal. It really is.
And let me tell you something personally from Saturday when I was out there at Smoking on the Tracks. I was walking up and down and looking at the Classic Car Show, and it was a couple of blocks of Robb Street that the Classic Car Show took up. But I'm walking down through there and I'm looking at these cars, and I get to one. If you want to know the reach that this thing can have, this is a great example. One of the classic cars had Illinois plates on it.
Yeah.
So we had somebody that brought their classic car from Illinois down to Summit, Mississippi to the Smoking on the Tracks Festival to show it off.
And don't think for 1 second, when that individual goes back home, and instead of saying, yeah, I was in Southwest Mississippi for a car show, no, the conversation now is, I was in the Scenic Rivers region, and man, there was this event called Smoking on the Track. When those things combined together take on a whole new meaning, and man, I was in Southwest Mississippi at a car show.
That's exactly right. And we have some other stuff coming up, too. Of course, there's always something coming up, especially this time of year around here. It blew my mind when somebody made me realize yesterday that we're like, 2-3 weeks out from Heritage Days over in Liberty.
Oh, man, look, hold on, because in a few weeks, you're talking about an event or a weekend that you need to prepare for. Because not only do you have the Liberty Heritage Days, which starts at 5 o'clock that Friday night, unbelievable live music, arts, crafts, food, all on the street. And then it immediately kicks back up the next morning, Saturday, May the 3rd, where you've got a huge fun run, pancake breakfast, and then you continue on throughout the day with all the music, all the activities for kids, food, art, amazing day. But then you have to flip the switch. And at 4 o'clock p.m., you need to be in Macomb, Mississippi. Because we got ticketing feelings. Which, and if you can't get excited, if it doesn't crank your tractor about live music and full crawfish, I think something's wrong with it. But that is going to be an amazing event, and it goes till 8 p.m. that night. And here's the cool thing. It is a fundraiser for the famous Palace Theater. Finally, there's a group of individuals that's trying to renovate that cool location back to this original form. And David, it was the place to be a long time ago. I mean, even the legendary Jerry Clower, who traveled the world and was talking about going to the big city of Macomb, to the Palace Theater. And what an event that's going to be to try to renovate that cool location.
I think it's awesome, and I'm really going to date myself here. I was a wee little fella, but I went to movies at the Palace Theater.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah, I did. It was in the closing days of it. It was like once or twice when I was preschool age. My mom would take me to go to movies at the Palace Theater. So I remember it, and the big staircases and everything. It was gorgeous inside. And you're right, it's been a shame that thing has just sat here for all these years. And now finally somebody has grabbed the bull by the horns and they're going to do something with it, and that's great. And what a great way to do something with it, too, because basically they're throwing a street party.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I mean, surely you love live music. And maybe somebody doesn't like crawfish. I can't imagine being that person. But if you don't, man, show up and have a good time and understand that everything you do is going to benefit this location to get back to this original form. And then here's the cool thing. Then it's going to be available for live music events, wedding receptions, black tie events. I mean, it's just recitals. Anything to be back in that cool building for that area, for the Scenic River region. And then don't tell them what it would even draw outside to bring even more money into the area. I just, man, that Saturday, thinking of feeling, you can't beat it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So that weekend's going to be really busy. Friday and Saturday, May 2nd and 3rd. You got Heritage Days. You got picking and peeling going on. And that's not the end of it. We've got more stuff coming out that we'll talk to you about a little bit later on as we get closer to it. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We've got enough to plan for already.
Yeah, we need everybody to pull up their bootstraps and hold on for the weekend of May 2nd and May 3rd. And let's just have a big time in the region. And look, please tell everybody, tell your family and friends, anybody that lives outside the Scenic River region area, hey, go to our website. Everything's listed there. Everything that's going on within the region. It's just, man, it's just an amazing thing. I'm so happy. Joseph and Angela and the whole group is just doing a great job for our region.
All you have to do is go to the website, keep up with it, or just keep listening, and we'll keep you up to date, because I think I'm going to bother you again with some of this, Bert.
I think we're going to do this about once a month for the rest of the year and just have a big time, and I'm excited about it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. The Scenic Rivers region just popping everywhere, and Bert has his fingers in the pie.
Yes, I do, and I want to thank you at K106 for everything that you're doing, helping us to market our area.
Well, it's kind of easy. It's like, bragging on us because we advertised somebody was handing out free chocolate. Who doesn't want this?
Well, exactly. They always say it's not bragging if you can back it up, and the Scenic Rivers region just makes it easy, because we say it, they show up, and then they take it and run with it because they just had a blast with. I mean, Lord, let's be honest. Our outdoors and everything that we bring to the table is throughout our region. I mean, it's second to none. It really is.
It really is, and Bert, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, and I'll be talking to you again next month.
And I look forward to it. Y'all have a wonderful week and weekend, and love everybody.
If I can get warm enough to feel my toes, I'll have a great day.
Just hold on 24 hours, it's going to change.
I'm holding you to that. I'm going to call you back if it doesn't.
Call me back.
Okay, just making sure. Thanks, Bert. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Bert Carruth with the Scenic Rivers region. It's time for Sports Now, brought to you by the folks at Pike County Farm Bureau and Graphics, etc.